So this is the Baseship MK2, which is kinda intended to be a jack-of-all-trades ship, with the big 5x5 hangar at the back and the ramp door so it can load rovers. As you can see, atmospheric thrusters, atmospheric flight and hydrogen thrusters for getting out. You can see it uses M-Master's LCDs 2 for the screens. And then we've got a med bay around here, jump drive kinda squeezed in. And this uses the cargo system that we've seen before. It's kinda standard. An airlock here. Little LCD to show the status of the production system. Controlled by the button panels, so when that updates it should show the status of everything. Now we've just got lights and the reactor and the button panel. Big LCD to show things like the date and time in the real world, and power information and pressurization info. And then that's the main cargo access above there. And a few hydrogen tanks, because this is made after the wasteland update, so it doesn't need that many. And out in the hangar we've got the connector for a mining ship, or anything else that needs to be stored in the hangar. And that button panels that pressurise or depressurise the hangar when in space or somewhere else without an atmosphere. Over on the second toolbar, button 2 will activate takeoff, which will close up the ramp and the hangar doors and enable the air vent to pressurise the ship, which is up there. And as you can see, it's not actually working at the minute for obvious reasons. The door's open. As you can see, without the reactor on, the ship does kind of run out of power, but it can fly. You can see its real mass there. This does have quite a lot of cargo in it at the minute. It's quite a bit lighter than that actually. So as you can see, it does turn reasonably slowly despite having 2 gyroscopes. You can see all the things we've got in the inventory. I have hidden a lot of stuff that's unnecessary to avoid clutter. And this ship does have an oxygen tank for plenty of oxygen storage. So I guess there's nothing left to do but go up and see how it handles in space. Maybe it does save on hydrogen having the atmospherics. Going to start to turn up the thrust overrides a bit, which at 8 is decrease, 9 is increase. Seems to make quite a bit of sense to me, and then just enable them. Keep the atmospherics on, holding space to avoid having to use full hydrogen power this early on and save even more hydrogen. So then just need to turn up the thrust overrides a bit, disable the atmospherics, and may as well cut out the rest of the descent because it's quite boring. And as you can see, this doesn't have the best of acceleration or deceleration in any direction except for up. Again, turns reasonably slowly. So it turns out the airlock script isn't working for whatever reason. Really need to rewrite that script because it's just a horrible mess and very basic. Maybe there's something on the workshop that would do a better job. I don't know which direction I'm going to choose yet. I'm just a reverse thruster and a connector for components. And the jump drive kind of sticking out there. And for those wondering, it's 517 blocks, 137 non-armor blocks, and a PCU of 4636. And as for its jump drive performance, it can jump the full distance. And here we are. This is a place where there's a load of trading stations, just all really close to each other. And for those wondering, this is the Mark I base ship, which is the first large grid ship I built. There's not much difference between them, but the Mark I has one less thruster, so the Mark II has one in the middle and this doesn't. And also, of course, the Mark I lacks all the armour and the atmospherics, and has the airlock at the top, which is kind of ridiculous, because it means you need a jetpack to be able to get in, unless you depressurise the hangar. This has loads more hydrogen tanks because it was built before the update, and before I really knew how much hydrogen I would need. Also, it has the programmable block in a slightly silly place, and uses the smaller windows, because I didn't realise the big ones would be so much better. And also has the seat offset, which meant the ship is offset on your screen in third person, which is annoying. And also on the Mark II I decided to use all sliding doors instead of that one. And this is my cargo and detection rover with a miner on top that I built out of the drop pod. The air vent seems to be glitched out, so it thinks it's on even though it's off.